Have you ever met someone who doesn't chase attention, yet somehow commands it? They walk into a room, say almost nothing, and still, people lean in. That's not charisma, that's control, because real attraction isn't found in performance, it's forged in presence. Attraction without performance. The Stoics understood something we've forgotten. They knew that attraction, in any form, isn't about being louder, funnier, or more impressive. It's about being anchored when everyone else drifts. They believed that how you carry yourself speaks louder than any words you could ever say, and when you live with purpose, calm, and integrity, people feel it. They may not understand why, but they're drawn to it. Today, we're uncovering 10 timeless Stoic habits, the kind that build not just attraction, but gravitas. These are the habits that make others pay attention, not to your looks, but to your energy, because attraction fades, but presence, real, grounded, Stoic presence, endures. Habit 1. Embrace your authentic independence. There's a quiet strength in those who don't chase validation. You can feel it the moment they walk into a room. They're not trying to prove themselves. They're simply being themselves. Authentic independence isn't arrogance or withdrawal. It's the ability to stand firm in who you are, even when no one agrees with you. It's freedom from needing to be liked before you can act with integrity. The Stoics called this autokeia, self-sufficiency. Zeno taught that the wise man needs nothing but enjoys everything. To the Stoics, independence wasn't rebellion, it was harmony. Living aligned with your own reason instead of the crowd's noise. Modern psychology echoes this. People who act from intrinsic values, rather than external rewards, have higher self-esteem, lower anxiety, and stronger relationships. Because they're not negotiating their worth with the world every day. You stop being magnetic when you start being dependent on approval. People can feel when you're performing for acceptance. They can also feel when you're free from it. True independence doesn't say, I don't need anyone. It says, I am complete enough to choose who I walk with. And that calm certainty, that quiet wholeness, draws others to you without effort. Habit 2. Master the art of silent elegance. Silent elegance is confidence without noise. It's how you move through the world when you no longer need to announce yourself. It's in how you walk, unhurried, how you speak, measured, how you listen, completely. When someone speaks with composure, even small gestures hold power. When someone stands tall without tension, the room notices, not because they demand it, but because they don't. The Stoics practiced this discipline constantly. They called it eutaxia, order in conduct. Seneca wrote, "Let your bearing be plain and your dress simple, for the body must not outshine the soul." Their goal wasn't to impress. It was to express clarity of mind through clarity of movement. Modern behavioral research shows that people subconsciously mirror those who project calm. It lowers stress hormones, builds trust, and elevates perceived authority. That's why silent elegance feels magnetic. It regulates the space around you. To cultivate it, practice restraint. Speak less, observe more, and move with intention, because true elegance isn't decoration. It's discipline made visible. Habit 3. The subtle scent of sophistication. Scent is memory, a trace of presence that lingers long after you're gone. It's not about luxury or brand, it's about care. Care says, I pay attention. Neglect says, I don't. The Stoics believed that external care reflected internal order. Epictetus told his students not to obsess over appearance, but not to neglect it either. He said, let everything about you be neat, but not costly. Moderation in all things, including presentation. A subtle fragrance, clean grooming, a composed presence. These are small signals that communicate something larger. These are small signals that communicate something larger, self-respect. It's not about trying to be noticed. It's about showing that you value yourself enough to tend to the details no one else sees. In a world obsessed with appearances, quiet sophistication stands apart because it doesn't scream. It whispers. Think of it as sensory stoicism. You're not using scent or style to impress. You're using them to reflect internal order. You're saying, without a word, I care about who I am, even when no one's watching. Psychologists call this embodied cognition, the way small physical details influence how you think and how others perceive you. When you look and smell put together, you don't just appear confident. Your mind aligns with that state. Sophistication is self-command turned outward. It's refinement through awareness. So care for yourself quietly, thoughtfully, without vanity, because the person who honors themselves in private never needs to advertise it in public. Habit 4. Be fully present. Presence is power, not the kind that demands, but the kind that anchors. To be fully present means to give your attention like it's the rarest thing you own, because it is. Most people only half listen, half look, half live. Their bodies are here, but their minds are elsewhere, rehearsing, regretting, refreshing. When you're present, people feel it. Your eyes hold, your words slow, your tone steadies. In a distracted world, focus has become an act of respect. The Stoics lived by this discipline. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." He understood that overthinking the past and fearing the future are both forms of absence. To live well, you must learn to return, again and again, to now. Neuroscience supports this ancient truth. When you're truly engaged in the moment, the brain's prefrontal cortex quiets, cortisol drops, empathy rises. Presence isn't just charisma, it's chemistry. To cultivate it, slow your internal pace. When someone speaks, don't prepare your reply, receive them. When you act, do one thing fully. Presence builds trust, and trust builds attraction. You don't need to dominate a room to own it. You just need to arrive. Habit 5. A touch of mystery. In an age where everyone overshares, mystery is magnetic. Mystery isn't withholding, it's pacing. It's the art of revealing who you are with patience and purpose, not performance. The Stoics valued silence not because they were secretive, but because they understood timing. Epictetus advised, "Be silent, or let your words be worth more than silence." Mystery follows the same law. Don't speak unless your words add value. Don't reveal unless it builds meaning. Psychologically, mystery works because of the curiosity gap. Our brains crave closure, and when someone leaves space, emotional or conversational, we lean in. We think about them longer because there's something left to discover. This doesn't mean being distant or evasive. It means having depth that isn't performed. It means doing meaningful things when no one's watching and letting time reveal them naturally. People who keep a quiet inner life radiate presence because they're not trying to be decoded, they're just being. And that subtle restraint, that refusal to explain everything, is magnetic in a world addicted to exposure. That refusal to explain everything is magnetic in a world addicted to exposure. Habit 6. Cultivate cultural wisdom. There's an elegance that comes from understanding the world, not as a tourist, but as a student. Cultural wisdom is curiosity without ego. It's the habit of seeking to understand before you assume. It makes your presence expansive, because it shows that your mind isn't confined to your own reflection. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about seeing himself as a citizen of the world, not just of Rome. He practiced cosmopolitanism, the belief that all humans share reason and thus belong to the same moral community. Cultural wisdom makes you magnetic because it signals empathy, a rare trait in a self-centered age. It's not about being worldly, it's about being open, When you can speak with curiosity instead of judgment, you invite connection across difference. Modern social science confirms this. People who engage with perspectives outside their own culture show higher emotional intelligence and adaptability. Traits universally seen as attractive. Read widely, listen deeply. Learn from those whose lives look nothing like yours, because the person who understands the world deeply becomes someone the world wants to understand. Habit 7. The heartbeat of compassion. Power and compassion aren't opposites, they're allies. Without compassion, power turns cold. Without strength, compassion collapses. The Stoics understood this balance perfectly. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." He led armies, yet practiced kindness, because he knew real authority doesn't need to dominate, it understands. Compassion isn't about rescuing everyone. It's about recognizing their humanity, even when they fail, even when they fall short. To listen without fixing, to see without judging. Neuroscience shows that acts of empathy activate the brain's reward circuits the same way success does. Your body feels better when you're kind because it aligns with nature. And Stoicism is nature, lived consciously. Be kind quietly, help without announcing, forgive without fanfare. People will remember how they felt around you, not what you said. Compassion, when paired with composure, becomes one of the most silently irresistible traits a person can possess. Habit 8. Laughter and joy. Stoicism isn't the absence of joy, it's its refinement. Laughter, when genuine, is wisdom in motion. It's the moment the soul takes a breath and remembers not everything must be serious to be sacred. Epictetus taught that freedom begins when we stop being slaves to our emotions, but he never said to suppress them, only to govern them. And joy, governed well, becomes strength. People who can laugh easily, not mockingly but warmly, signal emotional safety. They can hold light and dark in the same hand. They can suffer and still smile, and that resilience is magnetic. Research shows that humor lowers cortisol, builds rapport, and deepens memory retention, which is why we remember people who make us feel light even in heavy times. Which is why we remember people who make us feel light even in heavy times. Don't use laughter to escape pain, use it to transcend it. Find humor in humility, smile at imperfection, because joy expressed calmly doesn't diminish depth. It reveals mastery of it. Habit 9. The art of self-care. Self-care isn't indulgence, it's respect. It's the discipline of maintaining your physical, mental, and emotional strength, so you can show up for life without resentment or fatigue. Seneca called it cura sui, care of the self. He wrote, "A sound mind in a sound body is a short but full description of a happy state." The Stoics saw self-care not as vanity, but as preparation, the maintenance of the vessel through which virtue acts. You can't be calm if your body is collapsing. You can't be wise if your mind is sleep-deprived. You can't be compassionate if your heart is running on fumes. Modern science calls it self-regulation, the ability to balance internal systems through rest, nutrition, movement, and solitude. Those who neglect it crumble quietly. Those who practice it glow quietly. Take care of your health, your rest, your routines, not to impress, but to endure. Because strength that's sustainable outshines strength that's loud. Habit 10. Consistency and reliability. Consistency is the rarest currency of character. In a world of noise and novelty, the one who shows up every day without drama becomes unshakably magnetic. Because reliability is trust made visible. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be." be one. And that's what consistency is, virtue in repetition, doing what you said you would do long after the feeling that made you say it has faded. Most people chase moments of brilliance. Few commit to the discipline of steadiness. But steadiness is what builds respect from others and from yourself. Modern research calls it behavioral integrity. When your actions align with your words, people instinctively feel safer around you. That safety becomes attraction because trust is the highest form of charisma. Be the person who keeps promises, who arrives when they said they would, who doesn't need to announce dependability because it's already proven. Consistency doesn't shout, it builds. And what it builds, reputation, respect, peace, becomes unbreakable. The Stoic paradox of attraction. The irony is this: you attract most when you stop trying to, because attraction isn't pursuit, it's alignment. When you master your reactions, speak with purpose, and move through life with calm self-respect, you stop chasing validation, and validation starts chasing you. People may not know why they're drawn to you, but they'll feel it. They'll feel your steadiness in a restless world. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. So stop trying to appear impressive. Start being real. Because nothing is more attractive than authenticity anchored in peace." Attraction isn't found in appearance. It's built in repetition, in how you carry yourself when no one's watching. The Stoics didn't chase charm. They practiced character. Every night, Marcus Aurelius would review his day. Not to judge himself, but to realign. To ask, did my words match my values? Did I listen more than I spoke? Did I act from reason or from impulse? That's the practice. Every evening, before sleep, pause. Review how you lived. Which of these 10 habits did you honor? Which ones did you forget? Then decide how to show up better tomorrow. Over time, those small corrections become presence. And presence, quiet, grounded, real, is what truly attracts. If this resonated with you, comment below with "I choose," because that choice, repeated daily, changes everything. If any of this spoke to you, if it helped you see yourself more clearly, tap that like button and share it with someone who's still chasing instead of becoming. Because when you share wisdom, you remind yourself to live it. So subscribe, not for noise, but for clarity, not for motivation, but for mastery. Because when you learn to lead yourself, you attract what's meant for you, without ever needing to chase it. Stay grounded, stay strong, stay true. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Confucius.